We're back in Sharjah for Islamabad against Karachi. Karachi have, well, they're going to bat first because Islamabad's captain, Misbah, he put them into bat. So what about this weather forecast? Now, the weather forecast brought to you by Head & Shoulders, Banao, Pakistan, code dandruff free.
Well, I've got lovely weather to report to you guys. Maximum of 22 and a wind speed of 13 kph. And so it's a westerly breeze blowing from west to east. And so hopefully conditions will remain calm. Conditions will remain a bit cool as well, because I've got a bit about this weather, because I'm wearing a jacket and so I feel a little cold. The pitch was feeling a bit cold as well. Outfield, well, it is supposed to have a bit of dew effect tonight, so let's see whether it happens or not. But perfect weather conditions. You would want to bat first on this pitch, wouldn't you?
Well, we do know that the boys in blue will be batting first, and right at the top of that order is a former England opening bat, and I think he's probably taken the catch of the tournament so far, England's Joe Denley.
Karachi looking strong. Karachi Kings consolidate their place at the top of the HBL PSL.
Great start to PSL 3 for us, and yeah, the environment is really good actually. From coming in, obviously from the outside, made to feel very, very welcome, and we've got a really good atmosphere going at the minute, and everyone's enjoying each other's company. I think that shows out on the field. We really enjoy our cricket and take one game at a time, and yeah, just enjoy it and have fun, go and express ourselves, and we're playing some good cricket.
You. That's almost gone to Sharjah, isn't it? Hey, massive shot.
Yeah, it certainly came out the middle of the bat, and I didn't actually see where it went because I lost it in the lights, but yeah, I heard it was pretty big, so it's a nice one to get away.
Oh, you're joking! You are kidding me! Denley has gone horizontal and plucked out a ripper. They don't come much better. That's not going to be beaten in this PSL 3.
It's one of those you practice in practice sessions, and you know, you might catch 3 out of 10, and you know, most of the time they don't stick, and it's very hard to replicate that kind of catch. But yeah, and it's one of those that you kind of dream about taking. And fortunately, it was just about in reach, and stuck a hand out, and it went in really well. So really pleased to be able to take that catch.
Well, there he is, Joe Denley, plays for the county of Kent, where Asif Iqbal of Pakistan played for many, many years with great success. And I said then, Danny Morrison was on commentary, but I came in on after Danny had seen the catch. I said you won't see a better catch in the PSL this year. Do you agree or not? You're probably going to disagree because you do mostly.
You didn't go all the way. Last year, Ian Bishop said he would change his name if he saw a better guy, but you didn't say that.
Well, he's now, we call him Bishop Dilweller.
But you haven't said, you said, okay, if there's a better catch, then what?
Okay, if I change my name, what should it be?
Oh, I have to think about that. There'll be quite a few on Twitter already.
Yeah, however, if you think I should change my name, you tell Bazid Khan on Twitter. Right, we'll take a break, and building up for this big one tonight, Islamabad versus Karachi. Michael Slater, Azam Mahmood out there in the middle, getting a few tips there. I don't think Slats is going to be bowling tonight. Mickey Arthur there, Pakistan's coach. Some of the biggest names in Pakistan cricket here tonight. JP Duminy, the Proteas all-rounder. Take a break. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back to Sharjah, where the pitch that we've had this week has certainly mystified even the best of captains who've come here. Not quite sure what to make of it. Let's see what Michael Slater will make of tonight's pitch for this match. It's the pitch report, which is brought to you by Pepsi Gile Harpal.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Wilco, given that it is perplexing, given that this is the colour the pitch started with, and now we're going to the pitch we're using today, which was the first pitch, and then we keep rotating from one to the other. But you can notice how it's just darkened off over the course of our time here in Sharjah. Now, typically, it's flat, it's hard, it looks like the ball's going to skid, but we now know that it slows up in that bracket of 11 to 20 overs. The batsmen are struggling with that. The bowling's been good, but the batsmen have not got used to the conditions as they change. I'm expecting a score of well over 150 at some stage, but we haven't seen it. When are the batsmen going to come to terms with a surface that looks brilliant, but they're not playing brilliantly on it? So 150, I think, is where they should be. They've been well below that, but conditions should suit 150 or more.
Now, Slats, I enjoyed that pitch report very much. I enjoyed it, but I'm still perplexed. So I'm going to ask Bazid Khan, if the word is perplexed or mystified, what should a batsman's strategy be for batting on there? I've used the word hard-working pitch.
Hard-working pitch, yeah. You have to play straights, basically. And once you get in, you can't get out, because starting on this pitch, very difficult. But once you're in, it gets easier. So just bat through.
Bat through. And that's exactly what Karachi Kings will be hoping they'll be doing, because they've been put into bat by Misbah-ul-Haq. And it's something that Imad Wasim wanted to do. Islamabad, Karachi, boys in blue are batting.
Hello everyone and welcome into Sharjah on a Sunday evening, match 15. And we've got Islamabad up against Karachi. Of course, in this part of the world, it really is the start of the working week. Tossed a little earlier. Well, it was a little bit of a funny coin flick from Misprint. Look at it, lands on its end, spins around and gets the roll on. And then we tried to give the ground a shake to make it fall over. Finally did. And the toss went the way of Misbah al-Haq, and they're fielding first. Karachi, well, they don't mind. They're happy to bat first because that's what they tend to do when they win the toss. So Ahmad Wasim and co. very happy to go up front. They're unchanged with their lineup. And when we look at Islamabad, they're unchanged as well. And I did ask at the top there with the toss with Misbah al-Haq. He said, look, a couple of games away, Ruman Rees, who's the vice-captain, of course, he's not in the side. It's unchanged as well. The boys from United up against the Kings. So good balance on both sides. Kings at the top of the tree. And Islamabad, fifth on the table, would dearly love a win here tonight to get to 6 points and start threatening those above them on the ladder. Crowd won't be substantial because, as I say, in the UAE, Sunday is like a Monday around the rest of the world. So their working week is Sunday till Thursday. Holy Day Friday, as you probably all respect. And the weekend here a little different than other parts of the world. So, yes, he's here. Ramiz Raja, Mr. Pakistan. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you too, Mr. New Zealand of League Australia. But Islamabad will be playing against the favourites. Karachi Kings have been most impressive. But they have some fighters in the unit. There is Mohammad Sami, there's Andre Russell, and the last win would prop them up. Just gee them up to win this. Must have been a mentally exhausting experience beating Qalandars in the Super Over, but that's a box that they've ticked with flying colours. That, I believe, in the middle seat is Alim's family. And well, they've come to watch Aleem Dar take a good catch here. He's played first-class cricket, Aleem Dar. He was a reasonably good off-spinner. Let's see whether he can catch this one. Go on, go higher for Aleem. Yeah, easily done.
It's not high enough for me. I tried to get hold of the controls the other day. I was going to send the thing higher than the light tower. There's a few wires there for spider cam, but I can navigate that. The guy would not let me go near it. I said, I've got one of these at home. He said, no, you're not a pilot. I said, I am a pilot, and I'm going to send it high, give them a test. Not only that, I'm coming over at 60k and dropping it.
But lads, last thing we'd want is for an umpire to have a fractured finger, because that they use that quite extensively these days. So. But anyways, I think for the cricketers who played first-class cricket, it's just a very, very soft catch.
Karachi, they are looking very strong indeed. And, look at the side. Man from Kent, Joe Denley, with that extraordinary catch just behind point. Samit Patel is going to get things underway. Yeah, 5 matches for Karachi. They've only made one change, and that was a forced change with Afridi with his knee injury. So only the one change over 5 matches. That's how much they're believing in playing their best side. Time for the Gillette countdown. Let's get ready to roll, says Alim Dar. First ball. I don't know if it's a bad toss to lose, Rambo.
Yeah, the other team that has been very stable with their choices of the playing 11 is Quetta Gladiators. They may not have big names, but we know that since the last couple of seasons, they've gelled together. They've defined the roles and it has worked for them very nicely. And Kings on the same page.
Yeah, and they were going to bowl first if they won it. I spoke to Mickey Arthur. They're a bit worried with the dew that might appear as the night goes on. So they wanted to get the fielding done, and then if there's dew, then the opposition have a little bit of moisture to play with. But anyway, setting the pace, they can do that, and they can do that very well. They've got a mindset, and the mindset of this team is interesting too. Mickey Arthur mentioned Moneyball. You've seen that movie? And, you know, getting maybe unknown players or the lesser named players with the stats that work for you.
I remember Islamabad did the same in the first season, and they surprised everybody. I think they were the winners in year one. We didn't see a lot of big names, but they based their selection on good figures and stats.
A little bit more flight. There's the first through cover. And it's gone for four. Russell decides not to dive. In fact, he looks to have just been a bit ginger there as he ran over the boundary cushion.
Yeah, no turn, skidding on. It's a nice shot. He does look like he's limping a little bit, but this is a good shot through the line. Even a little bit of a slice to expose the gap. And yeah, it's definitely looking like there's something going on there. Oh, he's off the paddock. He's done a hammy. He's done a hammy.
Yeah, absolutely. I just saw that as he just crossed the boundary cushion. He set off quickly, and we know he's an athlete. Therein lies part of the problem. He's so muscular and powerful. It's time for the Jamaican to come on, Chadwick Walter. He just hobbles over there, yeah, pulls up a little. Well done, cameras. On it as ever. Here in PSL 3. Georgia, we love it here.
Yeah, calling Tony Greig there. Sure. 5 for no loss. Not a good sign, is it? Neril Ulcott, he's from Sydney, Australia, was with the Australian cricket team for a long time, couple of decades. As they had to carry a stretcher the other night, and just talking at the moment.
Islamabad United and Karachi Kings, if you just tuned in, start of this match, both unchanged for match 15. And, well, you've got to have some good cover. You've got to have good subs. Mr. Iqbal in the middle. So, Karachi Kings, owners, sideline, all very relaxed and happy. Top of the table. Time for Mohammed Sami to show his wares. Exciting super over the other evening.
I've enjoyed the way his ball actually, because he's still slippery, shortens the length, has used the bouncer, the best amongst all fast bowlers in this HBL PSL. One for the skipper. He's a real team player, team man. He may eke runs, but you know he's a wicket taker, so he can make a grand comeback for you in shape of wickets. Yeah, it was superb in that super over, even though he got Tom. This was a 6 by Brendan McCullum. There's the field, and then it went down his throat. Samit Patel with an all-important catch. Miss a dot, and then a 4. In fact, he went for a 6. Good Yorker. But I enjoy what he does. He's wholesome 100% all the time.
Yeah, and I like the pace he's been able to maintain as an older bowler. He's still very fit, isn't he? But, you know, he can generate. There was one the other night, 147k an hour. That one's 135. But he's got this ability to get in the 140s. And, you know, he's just kept himself fit. Testament to him and working so hard.
And in an age where fast bowlers are banking on variations and slow deliveries, here's someone who wants to be quick.
Yeah, and he swings it still. That's the great thing. He finds that searching length. Ah! Don't worry about swinging it. How about cutting it back through the gate, mate?
Yeah, straight and good. Mohammad Sami once again provides them with a great platform. Kings have lost Denley. And just a straight ball. Probably kept a wee bit low, I'm not too sure, but nice seam position, and yeah, it was the length, not forward enough. And well, we feel at times he loses accuracy. None of that kind on this occasion. It's a big wicket. Denley gone for 4. 6 for 1.
Six for 1 after just 1.4. Time for Babar Azam for the Kings. Scored 291 runs in 10 innings last year. Well, he's slow this year out of the blocks. That is a delightful piece of timing. First seat up. Yeah, if he gets going, he's a dangerous player. But we were waxing lyrical about Mohammad Sami, and then he delivered this. It's just franked everything we were talking about. But the pitch report, I was just talking about, the batting hasn't been great. He goes back a long way, doesn't he, deep into the crease, and then to a ball that hits the top of the stumps. You should be looking to get forward. Where was that front foot? It was behind the popping crease. So it was a bad shot. Yeah, good over. Really good over. It's 10 for 1. Samit Patel, he's into a second over. You've got things underway here in match 15. Pace off the ball, see so much of it at this venue this season.
Yeah, you'll see Imad Wasim come and bowl with a new ball for Karachi Kings. The post selfie moment, and there'll be plenty more.
Yeah, boundary, nicely played. Just held up, there's no turn, that sort of held up. Deserved the punishment. Absolute punishment here, just too short, but he rides it nicely, doesn't he? Sits back.
I thought he read it really well, went back deep in the crease and hit it where there was no fielder. Misbah is not happy. I think that's a better option for Patel, to flight the ball and make him drive, because then he can create that gap between bat and pad. He's not a big spinner, but because of his angle that comes back from off to middle, can have serious repercussions for the batsman if they miss the line and not read the drift.
Pepsi catcher crawl. It's been going well of late. There's been some good catches here in Sharjah. We go back to Dubai. This is our last night here until we come back again on another leg. Oh, an outside edge. He's on the march. And Chadwick's on the slide. Walton, that is. A little greasy. Make sure you get the long spikes out, Chief. Might only have the golf ones on there.
I never had another length of spikes, did you? As a bowler, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's tungsten spikes. You didn't want the brand new ones because then they'd grip too much, so you'd break them in the nets. And you had to get those right. You want them just worn down enough. 3 done, 16 for 1. Pretty quiet start. We've had a wicket at Denley knocked over. And a little bit of player miss as well now. Babar Azam.
Yeah, that's an issue with him, especially in Test cricket. He stays inside the line of the moving ball, and so every now and then you see an edge lodging in the hands of the slips. Yeah, there's only the front foot movement, nothing with the back leg.
Yeah, he was late on that too. That's just a good channel ball, isn't it? It's not moving too much. It might be skidding a little bit because it's new, but it's just a good channel. And he was even a bit late on that. Pace, if it's a worry, just shorten the back clip slightly.
Wide slip. There's that shorter one. But he's been so impressive, Mohamed Sami, with his length. When he asks you questions and you're stuck on the crease and don't go anywhere. A little overthrow, have we? Just a little sloppy from United in the field.
Oh, I stuck with 150 as a pass score in that pitch report. I'm just not willing to not come down from that, because I just don't think we've seen the best batting here just yet. The average this year in the HBL PSL in the first innings is 120. Yes, here in Sharjah. So, but I'm staying at 150. I just think we need to see some better batting.
Yeah, just like that. That's a beautiful cover drive from Khurram Manzoor. He's been in the circuit for a long time as well. It's Bhangra time. Yeah, flowing cover drive from Khurram Manzoor. That'll give him a bit of lift and confidence. They must not lose wickets in the first 6 overs. Only then we'll be able to see that launch that we're expecting in the last 5 or 6 overs from the batsman.
Just holds it back a little. Yeah, I've been very, very impressed with the bowlers, because you think about all the T20 franchise cricket around the globe, it has been the Bash brothers all over the place, except here and in the Caribbean, where the tracks tend to be a little bit slower. So it's great to see the bowlers having a bit more of a say in this league.
Yeah, look, I don't mind that at all, Danny. I don't mind when batsmen have to work overtime to get the big score. You're 45 to 50 in a chase, or setting it up can be a batsman total to help the side win. And I don't mind that. Like, some of the best test matches you see these days are low-scoring test matches where bowlers are dominating and batsmen have to work overtime to find a way.
And the slip has just been moved. And I reckon that might have gone in between slip and keeper anyway.
Well, he's been your best bowler. Why won't you give him allowance, a chance really to pick wickets? You've got to give him a slip. He's a form bowler. We've seen the ball to do something extra when it's new. But it's just that they've missed a trick. Right now we're having a slip in place. It's just too late.
Well, the horse has bolted. Absolutely crazy. In fact, you'd almost say, why don't you have 2 slips in with the new seed in the first 4 or 5 overs? Unbelievable. Must have Elliott slip. It's a shorter one for Mansour to negotiate. We've had 4 overs here and it's 25 for 1.
So prediction, there's a bit of moisture coming through the grass, dew, and it might make it interesting for the Kings when they're fielding a bit later. They're worried about that. That's why they won the toss. They're going to bowl first. Their norm is to bat first, so they won't be too perturbed by this.
Some thoughts about the bowling change, but no. Misbah-ul-Haq thought about a change for a moment, but no, it's still Samit Patel. He's having his 3rd one on the trot, and he's been picked down here to wide mid-wicket on the fence. But just a single.
I think it makes sense giving him another over, because it's quite useful when the ball is new. The moment it gets a little roughed up and old, he's not able to skid it. He's not a big spinner anyway, so he's quite useful when the ball is new. I think he's got to do that. I think he's been just a little bit short at times for my liking. Make him drive.
Just want to come back to this batting just briefly, and I think the other reason batsmen haven't been able to keep going is how good's the fielding been. Now, when you're batting and you give a half chance and it's taken, you don't get any reprieve. You're back, you're out of there, taking the pads off. That one's been slammed. Nice work in the deep. So, good bowling with good fielding makes it very difficult.
And we've shown graphics throughout season 3 already how it's gone up in percentage. It was at 95%. Catches taken, and at 90. I think it's back to about 88 now, but still marked improvement, the catching.
I think it pushes the other teams to be best in this area. I think it's an incentive for the teams to become fielding heroes. That's gone fine away from the fielder. Gets it back. Mohammad Sami there with a good effort. Yeah, it's just bowled a bowler, an over, 2 in a row, and then he searches for that one with a sprint.
Yeah, and I just noticed, just maybe a little bit of age catching up. He wasn't quite as quick as he used to be, and as sprightly and sharp in terms of technique getting down there. He's 37 now. Incredible. Can't pierce that offside. To finish 5 now. It's 30, 1 for 1.
5 overs gone, 31 for 1. Fahim Ashraf into the attack now. He's a little quicker than you think, can work up good pace, hustles in. He's forging a decent reputation here for Islamabad United, just 24 years of age. Economy is below 9. Well, there's only a few people in the world can give you better advice, and I'm not sure they'd be too far in front of him either. Waqar Younis with Fahim Ashraf. Brilliant. And if you get advice from him, you've had the best. Wasim Akram with Multan and Waqar Younis with Islamabad.
Yeah, he's very involved with the Pakistani cricket. He's been Pakistan's coach as well. Just tweeted yesterday that Pakistan should keep an eye on Mohammad Sami. Maybe he recalls a comeback.
Yeah, well, you'd want to listen to Waqar Younis. As you said, he's so experienced now. Been a head coach himself, been a specialist coach, done a lot of commentary, so he's seen it all. And he was such a highly skilled fast bowler. You talk about his pace, reverse swing. Later on when he slowed up, he could bowl an outswinger with the new ball. Cutters as well, so pretty much as good as they come, really, Waqar Younis.
Well, predict viz of 137 for the Karachi Kings. They've got a fair bit of batting in this side. My goodness, Islamabad have got a lot of batting too. I was going to ask you, Baz, I was going to ask Flem, but I'll ask you both. What do you think has been written in the Islamabad United book, the Book of Secrets, in the Red Book? What's going into the red? What's in there?
Nobody knows. It's the Book of Jones with all the secrets in it. Even the spider cam can't get into that.
I'm assuming there's words, it's not just pictures, is it? The one thing about Dino as a cricketer, though, in particular batsman, and he was a great one-day batsman, a couple of things he will be pushing for. He was unbelievable between the wickets, Dean Jones, and then also his ability to find the gaps. So I'd say that'd be two of the focuses batting-wise. And always get a single off the 5th ball. Retain the strike.
There's another Red Book. Oh, there's a few pieces of information on there. It's a very good over. Just 1 run from it. End of the power play. Karachi 32 for 1.
Good power play there for United. Even though Karachi Kings have got 9 wickets in hand, they didn't let them get off to a flyer. It's less than a run a ball. Ismail Al-Haq will be happy with that. Shadab has had a testing tournament. It's only got the 1 wicket. A lot of people would have been thinking that he would dominate this tournament, and there's still time to do that.
Come on now, Dino. The spider's looking at you. He won't open that book, knowing that Spider Cam's right there. Shadab Khan now.
Shadab Khan hasn't had a great season this PSL, and everybody was expecting big things. Just 1 wicket. Islamabad United overall would think that they haven't brought their A game yet, so there's a chance to improve.
So I really like that length where he's drawing the batsman forward. I was talking a couple of games ago, him and Yassir Shah and Mitch
sweeps in the Queensland spin or Brisbane Heat. They bowled shorter and quicker into the pitch at the Gabba, less turn. But look at that, that's very good release. But interested, he just got a little caution for running on the wicket. Spinners generally, even if they are in that danger area line, they normally don't actually get far enough down the crease to get into that danger area.
Yeah, that's over 5 feet. So that follow through, that's a long way for a spinner. Bowled, really well bowled. He's only picked up 1 wicket in the 4 matches. This is his 5th. But he's always a threat, isn't he? Every time he comes on, there's a threat.
And part of the reason for that too, his feet aren't very aligned. His back foot, by the time his front foot lands, he's actually angling down to fine leg. So to actually straighten up, and that right leg has to actually go right around itself to get through. He might be good at looking at straightening up his landing. Oh, there's the wrong un, or one of the wrong uns he's got. He's got a heap of them. After 7, 34 for 1.
Started off well, but Mohammad Sami was a beauty. He's in great bowling form and he's bowled really well. Babar Azam needs some runs. Khurram Manzoor also needs some runs, and they're striking the ball decently. It's a pretty decent start for Karachi Kings.
Well, that's been heaved over mid-wicket for 4.
Yeah, like that shot, short of a length. He's been out there long enough now. The bar 15 off 21. Getting that front leg out of the way, targeting mid-wicket. And it's a good option because square leg on the fence, long on the fence, there must be 60 metres, 50 metres between them. So that went bang off the bat. So we might see some acceleration now with 9 wickets in hand.
Well, in the PSL, Babar Azam prefers pace than spin.
Yep. There's a mid-wicket on the fence now.
He generally likes the ball coming on, and his pace against spin.
That's tough
in
work
the
with
PSL.
the gloves on there, Wilco.
Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? You should get the gloves off. There we are against pace. It's a bunch.
40 average against pace and 17 against spin. Overall it's difficult to play spin in these conditions. In the first 2 PSL, it was very predominant that spin was going to win you games.
Mid-wicket's out, so does he go over long off if he gets the chance? No, good bowling, just angling in, not going to leak a boundary out there with 3 men out. They're going to have to go over those 3 fieldsmen's head.
Just on that, Alan, we've talked a lot about this Sharjah strip, and we've talked a lot about how the ball hasn't come onto the bat. But you've got to remember, Sharjah is the most popular venue in UAE. You have so much cricket here. We've got Ireland who's played here this year. We've got Afghanistan who had a series. And we've got sort of local cricket so almost every day. So at this stage, the pitch is tired already. So it's difficult to get pace into it.
Good running between the wickets. That's really important here. Just the rotation of strike. Obviously putting away the bad ball as well. But those two factors, that's how you get up to that 150, 160.
Some serious moustaches going around. Good one, that.
You wouldn't want to do anything more with that, would you? Just leave it there. Just perfect, that is. It's a good shot for 1 run. That's all it'll be. 7 from the over 8 gone, 41 for 1.
Denley knocked over early. Mohammed Sami's speed in the wickets again in this PSL. Pace, stump to stump bowling. Partnership now 35.
There's 3 blues, 2 reds in the box, in the HBL box. This Karachi team bats down to Rizwan. You would say the Islamabad United have got Shadab Khan at 10. Well, here, what did you say, Baz? I know that Mohammad Amir can bat a little bit, but Rizwan, really, that's your last recognised batter right there.
Yeah, and it's surprising that Islamabad United has so many all-rounders. They've just gone for that. Karachi Kings on top of the leaderboard. So it's obviously working for them, having specialist batsmen and specialist bowlers.
It's good bowling, isn't it? He's been making them play. He's been attacking the front pad. Then he just throws one a bit wider, a little bit slower. Some turn on it. Excellent bowling. Back to attacking the pad.
Yeah, and Shadab has got the number on Babar Azam, because in the last PSL he bowled 11 balls to him. Babar got 19 runs and Shadab got him out twice in 11 balls. 9 gone. There's a single off the last. 9 gone, 44 for 1.
No sixes yet in our Pepsi catch a craw. You've got a chance. If you catch one, a ball going into the stands, you've got a chance of winning $1 million in our Pepsi catch a craw. Now I'd like to read that, Buzzard. Allied Bank. Well,
Hussain Talat into the attack. He's been their best batsman, Islamabad United, but he's quite a good medium-paced bowler, and he has a deceptively quick short ball. So that might be a weapon, and we've seen it work so much in Sharjah.
slower ball. Good slower ball, Flem. Was that that delivery there, Flem? This is your territory.
Yeah, just a little bit of an off-cutter type of delivery, wasn't it? It wasn't super slow because it was still 127 kilometres an hour. But good to mix it up. I'm not sure how many bounces he'll bowl because he's got square leg in place, not backwards square. But I think Karachi Kings might be time to start trying to find the boundary now. 9 wickets in hand.
होगा साफ पाकिस्तान, मिलके लगाएंगे जान तो होगा साफ पाकिस्तान.
Dil se jaan laga de. Hashtag.
लगा दे.
Oh, laga de. Sorry. cricketgateway.pk, around the world, cricketgateway.com. And don't forget our Pepsi catch a craw if the ball's going to go into the stand. Crick and Jiff, ball by ball highlights. Misbah.
He's had a tough time in PSL 3. 31% dots face, strike rate 96.4, so it's not going some.
Well, there's some times for desperation out there. Ravi Bopara, not sure what he makes of this pitch. You can't tell. Flem, it's a strange kind of pitch in the sense that it looks as if it should come on, but it's not again, is it? Like we haven't had any batsman, except possibly for Shane Watson here, who's really gone out and belted it. Single, just a single off the last ball. 10 gone, 49 for 1.
For the loss of 1. Karachi Kings would be feeling reasonably comfortable. 49 for 1. They've not lost a lot of wickets. Pensive looking Mickey Arthur, because they need to motor along now, because they've got 9 wickets in hand. They've got 2 set batsmen at the crease. Logically, they should be aiming 150, 160 here, Danny.
Well, Slat said that at his pitch report. 50 up now for the KK boys, but we know it just slows down so dramatically around the 11th, 12th over once the ball gets a little bit older, and also that sheen starts to go on the 22 yards. But I tell you, the vibe, even though it's probably not quite half full here on a Sunday, well, of course, is a Monday in terms of the working week, there's still a bit of noise to be had here.
It's a good contest because we know Islamabad United can fight till the end, And Kings are the best side of this year's HBL PSL. Didn't read the wrong one. Did not pick the wrong one. Sami will be able to stop that one just about, I think.
Want to come upstairs and have a look. I just noticed his shoes have got a little heavier as he's got older. But this is a beauty. The wrong in. You're right, Rambo didn't pick it. And the French cut. Take a couple and be happy. There, and he just goes for it again. I think he's all right.
Yeah,
I think he's good. We'll have one more look. I reckon a bit more side on would be great. It's gold. All good. Baz Khan, you come down sideline.
Took me a while, didn't it, Danny?
Well, you're getting a bit older too. Are those shoes heavy or what?
He's been doing some shopping, serious shopping.
Let's have a look at those. Let's look at your boots.
It's a new pair.
What about these?
Yeah.
The Kung Fu.
Yeah, you see a bit of frustration creeping in, and that is understandable because one is going at a strike rate of 70, the other batsman is going at a strike rate of 92. You know, we know that this is not a straightforward batting strip, but even then, when you face 33, 28 balls, you've got to be better than that strike rate. That's gone. That's 6. Beautifully played, straight as an arrow. He's got serious talent, Babar Azam, and here's a glimpse of it.
Ask for it. Ramesh Bhai wanted a big one, and he's.
I tell you, the last thing they want is now.
It's going all right here for Babar Azam, but so this shows you've got wickets in hand. Makes a heck of a difference for those last 4 or 5 overs. So have they got enough patience, but also to flick the overdrive button and see if it goes crazy in the death?
50 partnership. And they're certainly now looking to up the ante. Babar Azam really trying to go hard. Big swing last ball as well.
Ah, Baz, I'm starving. I'm glad to see you bought the popcorn seed, brother. Are you there at the back somewhere?
I tried to get some, but all the cameramen have taken them away.
Ah, Hoffman. There's so many greedy guys in this crew, aren't there?
Yaps, Hoffman.
Oh, Bradley, Texaco Trophy.
You're always after Mufta, Danny.
Free popcorn. Love the Mufta.
Freebie.
That's right, but the popcorn's good.
Yeah, no. Do you get them in Karama as well?
Yes. Ah, Yapsy, there you go. Confirmation. You're right, Bazard Khan.
I told you. He's bought all of them.
Gluttony. It's the 7 deadly sins. Hassan Tullett. Well, he's into his second. He's doing all right. In fact, the bowlers have had a say here, and that's what I've loved about PSL 3. So,
yeah, Hassan Tullett, all-rounder. He's the highest scorer for United. We mentioned this before as well, but he's got a really sharp, deceptive bouncer. It doesn't look too quick, but it just sort of hustles you.
Great height, wasn't it? A brilliant height.
I remember playing here with Wasim and Waqar on placid tracks, and they would go short. They would that length and test the batsman, because mentally you're prepared to be on the front foot, and they would just go short and short and short again.
Came really quickly, but Walton, he's a terrific fielder.
Well, he's also a keeper. You know, he's such an all-rounder. We saw that catch off that free hit. Didn't count, it was a no ball, but that's poor. That's village, as they say on the trade.
Less than 8 overs.
Over 100 now. Around. Yeah, a lot of dots in Babar Azam's knock so far.
Too many.
Oh, that's gone. That's up in the air. Will this be taken? It's a miscue. And it's dropped. It is dropped and gone for 4.
No!
Sue Jones is not happy.
There's that red Booker Jones.
Was it you?
I was. It has been so sharp up until tonight, I reckon. We've seen some terrific catches.
Well,
but we've also seen fielders, haven't we, here at Sharjah, Rambo, have come close to each other and they're not taking it.
Yeah, I mean, they're missed by just letting them know that you've got to call for it. There were 2 fielders converging on the ball, JP Dumini and Asif, and well, there's another misfield. It's got to do something with the dew, is it?
Jonesy, he's sidelined. Chewing the gum to pieces.
What's going on here? I reckon this, as soon as we've come downstairs, they're not feeling there's under pressure with us.
Yeah, I think you've got to first look at the ball, dewy conditions, so you've got to be holding the ball a little bit more harder in the palms.
Well, I tell you what, there's that great movie with Denzel Washington in, called The Book of Eli. This was the Book of Jones. What is in that book? We'll try and get Spider Cam on it.
Well, it's filling up the pages, so a lot of mistakes have been noted. And I'm sure in that Go Lutlo strategic timeout, he will have a word or 2 to say to his players. It's golutlo.com strategic timeout. Golutlo strategic timeout almost done and dusted in gold.
Yeah.
Here we go then, Hussain Talat back in again. Oh, gets whacked. That's well fielded. But I'm sure that the tempo will pick up. It has to pick up.
Started off well with a little clip on the onside. Just slowed down and settled. Then he's up the ante again. Fantastic hit down the ground. Got lucky as well. Fielding hasn't been great. Babar, he just needs to kick on.
Yeah, once again, not middling the ball. Looks just a little bit frustrated because he's got so much to offer, but he's been out of form, out of touch. And so as a young cricketer, that can get you down a little because you're not being able to showcase or your talent, and people have not been talking about Babar Azam in this year's HBL PSL.
There's a lot of songs on my mind. I know Western songs, I'm sorry, but just that little, you know, just the sayings we use. And out of touch, out of time.
Out of touch, out of time. That's gone. And six. Whoa! Bring it!
That's so in time.
Yeah.
Oh, get your dancing shoes on with this one. Get up the stairs and shake it some more for another maximum Bazid Khan.
Timing to perfection. Not out of touch, not out of time. Timed perfectly, and he's hit it straight back to ground. Slow one, picked, hit on top of the bounce, and it's gone.
Yeah, he cleared the front leg, and that's the way to hit a six these days. Wait a little on the back leg. It was a slower off cutter that did the distance. 78 meters, but it went long and high. He'll go again, I'm sure. Exposes the stumps, and it's thrashed. Walton this time doesn't mess it up. Oh, good strong throw.
Chadwick Walton, yeah. Well, he hasn't fielded the best, has he? Great catch the other night. I'm mentally off a free hit, but that misfielding on the boundary in front of us.
The other night took an absolute blinder. Look at goalkeeper style. Was a no ball.
Yeah, well balanced, very stylish is Babar Azam. There's so many things to like about his batting. Is good against spin. He averages in the 40s in international T20s. He's got good solid temperament. At a very young age, he's only 22 or 23. Bats at number 3 for the national side. Fields well.
Cheddars! Cheddars! Get the dive out, bro. That's your best. No nick there. It's 14 done. 90, 1 for 1.
This is turning out to be a good partnership, huh? 85 from 74. And as expected, the pace has picked up as well. They've got 6 overs in the tank and 9 wickets in hand, so we can expect a fair bit of fireworks in the last few overs. And that's how the trend should have been from early games as well. Oh, that's gone 6. There's pure timing for you and class as well. Babar Azam likes that area, that V area, that straight hit. Just exemplifies, typifies the talent that Babar Azam is.
Here we go again, Bazid Khan. Give it some. We love dancing.
No problem here for Babar Azam. Problem for us, because Danny's going wild.
It's a great shot. It really was tremendous hit, and so worries for Misbah ul Haq. It's all about defense right now at this stage. Even if they pick wickets, they'll not really be able to make it.
Just spying in on wicket, so the platform set for a real explosion is five overs.
Yeah, that's his 50. It's a good knock. That'll give him a lot of confidence.
And as you say, plenty of ammunition to come.
It's 50, 51 from 40. Good to see a delightful back foot.
His book.
Here is
Little
nailed
sneak
you.
preview there.
And you need to go down and sign that to Tahir. They think there is, and they're going to challenge this. I wonder whether there was a flick on the way through, Flem.
Well, Luke Ronke, he just went up straight away, so he must have heard.
No surprise that Mohammad Sami is going to bowl the final over. He's the man who leads the bowlers with the highest percentage of dot balls. Oh, well fielded. Well fielded, and a good throw as well, and just scamper home for 2.
Yeah, Rizwan, how quick was he? But no hesitation. But he's hurt himself. What's that? His back, lower back. He's dived. There's desperation to get into the crease, and he's hurt himself. That lumbar spine. Doctor?
Well, I mean, he has crashed here. He's crash landing, and he's jarred it there, hasn't he? He's really, it's not quite my territory, Flem.
Geez, he slid a long way. Thought he was in trouble. Big dive. And he's safe. Well, safely in his crease. I don't know how safe he is at the moment with his back.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's hit so hard and clicked something out. There he is, he's up. Unusual for the back to go in that circumstance. And talking to Darren Sammy yesterday in commentary, how much fun was that? We thought it was the knee that was another look at the inside edge under the stumps, but we thought it was when he dropped the catch and we saw that right knee hit. It was actually him falling on the pitch, and that hard surface, that's what did the damage.
The other problem here for Karachi's Mohammad Rizwan, who's got the back problem, he's got to keep wicket. Imad Wasim just getting a little inside edge, but this is the keeper for Karachi as well. And he was a Lahore Kalanda in the last PSL. Flem was talking just then about Mohammad Sami. He's got the highest percentage of dot balls in the PSL, 51%. Mohammad Sami, he's even ahead of Tamal Mills. Sean Tate pops in there, look. Mohammad Irfan, Wahab Riaz. Good looking shot, he's whacked this for 4.
Yeah, I reckon that's pole position for the hardest ball hit tonight. That just flew off Rizwan's bat, so I think his back's okay. The cross seamer on about 8th stump, and he had the ability and the power, set himself back. Good swing, a lot of bottom hands. He hammered that for 4, so no dot ball there.
Oh, I've got the old curse, haven't I? Mohammad Sami's up there, 51% dot ball percentage. That's fantastic. Ahead of even Wahab Riaz.
Oh, we've kept saying 150, haven't we? It's 144. It might be right. There we go, 150's up. 3 balls remaining.
You've got to stop talking about the dot balls because he's going for boundaries. Wow, the 150 truck is revved up. Luke Ronke's not. But Rizwan, 19 off 7 deliveries and didn't need launch. Bad delivery, short of a length, same sort of line. So similar shot, but this time he was able to get some elevation, and it's goodbye, white Kookaburra ball.
Yeah, and he's done that with a bad back. Right, we're not going to talk dot balls anymore, are we, Mohammad Sami? It's gone 2-4-6. He's clipped him leg side, and it'll just be one.
Well, I tell you, he worked that beautifully. That was a pretty good Yorker. But he has whacked that. He's absolutely whacked that. But straight to the man. Either side, that was another 4. Big over, 13. 2 balls remaining.
It looks imposing, doesn't it, on the pitch where early on all the batsmen, that 100-run partnership, they had to work hard for those runs. Right, Irfan Jr. is in. He's got 2 balls to make a big name for himself. Maybe get rid of the junior. Sami bangs it in. Walton is the fielder.
Good result that, I think, for the Kings. The big quick got down the other end, and Rizwan 20 off 8 deliveries. And just even that ball that he hit straight to square leg, Mick, that absolutely flew. So it's that area it's going to be targeted for Sami. Can he get that wide Yorker? I think his line's been all right, but he hasn't got his length right at all.
Yeah, well, he's bowling pretty good Yorkers, wasn't he, in that super over, and the death, he'll shorten them up, but he's got a good Yorker as well.
Oh, it's a bad ball. He's lucky that he's got his fine leg a bit squarer, because that was a poor delivery from Sami. Innings closed, and Karachi Kings have been put into bat, have posted an imposing score against Islamabad United. This is going to take some getting, but Karachi Kings in their 20 overs, 153 for 6.
Yeah, great to see a team get to 150. It was interesting to see how they did it. It was pretty slow going to start with, but wickets intact, and then the partnership started to flow, and then the bigger shots came in. And even though there were a couple of patches of wickets falling, they still had wickets in the bank for the final 3 overs. And so they've found a nice way of being able to think on their feet and work out what is required, Flem.
Pretty good effort, wasn't it? Power play, they were 1 for 32, and they end up 6 for 153. So excellent batting from the Kings, some good partnerships, and with a strong bowling lineup, they'll feel like they're in a really good position to win this game.
Waqar Younis applauding his team off the field, but the bowlers know that they haven't bowled particularly badly, but Mohammad Sami conceded 38 in his 4 overs. Tamal Mills, he's difficult to get away at the best of time. But another left arm quick here, Usman Chimwari. And of course they've got this man, this special man. He is Mohammad Amir. I love watching him bowl.
Yeah, look, they're going to be hard to beat in this competition.
Right, let's go downstairs, get a Karachi perspective here with Khurram Manzoor. He's with Zainab.
हाफ सेंचुरी फॉर खुर्रम मंजूर. खुर्रम, आप ज़बरदस्त डोमेस्टिक फॉर्म से आ रहे हैं. पहले इतना स्कोर नहीं देखा, लेकिन आज लग रहा था कि बल्ला आपका फॉर्म में.
बस ये कह लें कि कोशिश किया. पिच कंडीशन थोड़ी मुश्किल है, इतने आराम से बैट पे बॉल नहीं आ रहा है, लो बाउंस विकेट है, मगर ये कह लें कि बीइंग अ प्रोफेशनल कोशिश करते हैं कि जैसी भी कंडीशन हो उसको अडॉप्ट करें और इसमें परफॉर्म करें. तो जो मेरा रोल था स्ट्राइक रोटेट करना, मैंने कोशिश किया और उसमें अल्लाह ने मदद की.
अच्छा, ये बताएं कि नॉर्मली अभी तक जो हमने शारजा की पिच देखी है उस पर ज़्यादा हाई स्कोरिंग गेम्स नहीं देखी. ये जो पिच है कुछ डिफरेंट है पिछली जो अभी तक मैचेस हुए?
नहीं, इसमें ये कह लें कि पिच तो ये ऑलमोस्ट लास्ट 2 दिनों में जैसी दिख रही थी वैसे ही है, क्योंकि इसमें लो बाउंस रह रहा है बॉल. और जहाँ तक रही बात बाबर की, उसकी कंट्रीब्यूट है मेरे साथ, जिस तरह उस इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में रन्स कर रहा है, तो सपोर्ट मिलती है कि ऐसा एक प्लेयर है जो किसी भी एक ओवर में बाउंड्रीज मारता है और आप पे प्रेशर कम हो जाता है. तो उसकी और मेरी पार्टनरशिप बहुत ज़रूरी ज़रूरी थी। जो उसने बड़े अच्छे तरीके से गाइड भी किया और साथ दिया, और कोशिश कर रहे थे कि हम एटलीस्ट हम लंबी एक छोटी सी कोशिश कर रहे थे कि लंबी पार्टनरशिप करें, जो अल्लाह ने मदद कराई।
अच्छा ये बताएं कि लास्ट ईयर से अब तक में कराची किंग्स में सबसे बड़ा डिफरेंस क्या है?
डिफरेंस तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ये कह लें कि बस कोशिश करिए कि एज ए ऑफिशियल या एज ए प्लेयर सारे के जेल हुए हैं और कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलें, और जिस दिन जो मैच हो उसको फोकस करें। हम पूरे टूर्नामेंट पे फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं। मैनेजमेंट का भी यही है, कप्तान का भी है, और टीम के स्पेशली सीनियर प्लेयर्स जितने भी हैं, वो प्रो हो या शाहिद भाई हो, जो भी सीनियर प्लेयर, सबका मैसेज ये है कि जिस दिन हम मैच खेलना है उस दिन अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलनी है।
चलें, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम एंड ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
Well, we had half centuries from Quram Manzoor, 51 from 41, Babar Azam, 55 from 53, and Mohammad Rizwan. Those runs at the end could prove absolutely crucial here. 21 from 9, just 2 extras. And the bowling, Samit Patel, 4 overs of left arm spin for 32. Sammy was expensive tonight, 1 for 38. Fahim Ashraf, 3 for 23 and 4. Excellent numbers those. Shadab, 4 overs, none for 25, and Hussein Talat, 1 for 34 and 4. So the Karachi Kings have got a total to defend. Islamabad have got to go here. The required run rate will start at 7.7. They're chasing 154.
Sharjah International Cricket Stadium. We've got Karachi versus Islamabad. This is match 15, Sunday evening, March the 4th, in the third season of the HBL PSL. And the Kings, they've breached for the first time here of this season in Sharjah, over 150, 153 for 6 and 20. A couple of half centuries there, very impressive, held things together. And the standout, Fahim, 3 for 23. And a wicket to Sami early, and one to Hussain Talat. The others, well, they toiled enough. And it looked like they were going to restrict them under 150 at one point, but no. That century partnership between Babar Azam and Manzoor was rather impressive.
Yes, they put their heads down. The pace wasn't great initially, but then they recovered and played very good and positive cricket. Babar Azam, we know, has got loads of talent, and Khurram Manzoor has been in the circuit for a very long time. Very strong bottom-handed player. You see him cut the ball, and today it was good through the offside, driving it forcefully. And some lovely sixes. Yeah, it was a good partnership, played a lot of common sense. You've seen batsmen to not make gains when they're set. The wickets have gone in a heap so many times for so many teams, but not tonight. Kings played like champions, and so as a result of that wonderful opening partnership, or I think it was first wicket partnership that got them going in the end as well. So they ended on a high, and so this is a good competitive score that they posted.
Sure is. And the first 10 overs went for 49. The second 10, it bucked the trend. 104 runs in the last 10 overs to allow the Kings to get over 150.
Yeah, and you can't speak highly enough of Manzoor and Bubba, their partnership, both bringing up 50s. It was, they took their time, and then when they decided to play their strokes, they found the boundary at ease, and they're the reason why the Kings got themselves up to 153. It was good to see a couple of local Pakistan batsmen really taking a bit of leap out of Sangakkara's batting book or manual. You know, make sure that you just keep ticking it over and then just start to find the boundaries later on.
Yep, there are about 10 or 12 Pakistani sort of youngsters who are sort of trying to get the act together and trying to understand the game better. I mean, from last year to what they are or where they are in this year, there's been marked improvement, but we have not seen a clear-cut winner so far, or a youngster really holding our eye or eye-catching performance from a young player. That just been regular performances so far. That this was different in that regard, because there was Babar Azam and Khurram Manzoor, as you mentioned, Flem, local talent coming through, and through a very good performance.
First ball from the skipper, Ahmad Wasim. No surprises there. Regularly bowls with a new ball. He's up against JP Dumini in terms of left-hander, and a right-hand combination with Luke Ronke at the non-striker's end. And it's a little too wide, and he gets away with it. Some good fielding to lift the vibe for the KKs.
Yeah, he's not keeping a slip in place, because the natural angle of his ball will be a drift away from left-hander's off stump. It's a very secure offside field.
Yeah, I don't know about that line. He's got protection on the leg side, nothing on the offside on the boundary. That's a better line. And just gets JP Dumini reaching for the ball. Just posing the threat. Do you want to go back over my head? Good challenge.
I like Dumini opening. I think he takes his time, but he needs to face some balls to get in a little. And he's so capable going through the offside. We know he's a tremendous player. Square, cover driving, even lofted cover drives, but he just wants to settle in. He's faced 4 dot balls. Suit Jones, he looking relaxed at this stage.
Gave us a bit of a rap on Twitter last night too, Dino. Ooh. A big tick to the comms and the production. So he's obviously listening a lot and liking what he hears.
We like him a lot as well. But this is a decent move from Islamabad United to send JP Dumini as an opener, because he's good against spin, and we know that's a given that Imad Wasim will open the bowling for Kings with the new ball. So get the guy in for maximum number of overs who's good against spin.
Yeah, and give himself a chance, because he's new to PSL this tournament. Time for Ronke. Last ball of the first. Well bowled. Just a single off the first. 1 for 0.
Bulk of work was done by Khurram and Babar that set up the platform for Rizwan, who played a very good flash innings, 21 from 9, and got them to a score of over 150.
Yeah, just the 2 extras. Good disciplines from Islamabad United. With ball in hand. Muhammad Amir had some niggles. And he gets into that leg stump. And a challenge on. Oh, hello. I'm going to want to have a look upstairs. Ahmed Shahab is the television umpire. Just held on to it a split second long, maybe.
Yeah, that wasn't grease lightning down there at Fine Leg. It just took a while for the big fella to get down, but eventually he got there. Flicked it. Oh, we can't see from that angle whether his foot's touching.
Irfan Jr. is a fielder. This will give us a better view of whether it was a clean stop or not. Is that toe hitting the boundary cushion? He may have done a good job in the end. Not very athletic, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, all good. Just a couple of leg buys. Slip in. Just the one. And a crisp stroke, but again a dot ball against Dumini.
High class contest this. 2 of the better players around the world, Muhammad Amir and JP Dumini. Really looking forward to this challenge between these 2.
Cool and cool umps. Tim Robinson and Alim Dar out in the centre. It's particularly cool tonight. It's cool and cool out there in terms of temperature. Oh, again. Don't get into the pads of any opener. There's the first boundary and the reply.
Yeah, his bat speed is superb, as being always. And he's quick really to track this on the pads. Not a great ball, and so easily done through square leg.
I wonder why he's got square leg out, not fine leg, because he is trying to swing the ball, and that's 2 in a row, or 2 out of the 3 that he's actually angled down to leg side, so it's not swinging for Amir. It's got to get it outside off stump.
Oh, and again, back-to-back boundaries. It's not shaping out, Damien Fleming.
So if they've had fine leg from ball 1, he's probably gone for 2 runs, and now it's 10. So you've got to make a big, as a swing bowler, you've got to make a big equation straight away. What's the pitch doing? What's the batsman doing? What's the ball doing? And if it's not swinging, all of a sudden you've got to bring your length back, and you've got to be so good with your line. You can't bowl any straighter than off stump, maybe even a 5th or 6th stump line. Make the batsman come to you because the ball's not moving in the air.
Well, he's got a slip in place, so his natural delivery has got to be to involve there and engage that slip fielder. Got to be an outswinger to JP Dumini. He's middling the ball so well. That was such a good shot, crashed into the stumps.
But once again, it's too straight, isn't it? Wobbling, attacking the stumps. So I just think with no swing and no seam, I think you might be better just taking him across the crease and then trying the odd ball back in for a bolder LB.
Normally, Flemo, we see Muhammad Amir with a beautiful presentation of the seam up. It's not.
Danny, he's got his fingers very close together, doesn't he? Generally, a lot of swing bowlers just widen the grip a little bit.
Old bunny ears, just either side. Let's see what happens with this one. No timing, but he'll squeeze one, get off the mark and keep the strike. It's 13 without loss. Bouncy character, Tamal Mills, strong, strapping fella. Big banners coming out tonight. Big ones for Alan Wilkins. Some artwork for Alan Benno, the new nickname for Wilco. AB, the new AB, Alan Wilkins. Ronke with the ink up against Usman Shinwari. Wicket taker, this fella, running away from us. And he's right on the button with his first one.
How many left-armers in the league? So there's Imad Wasim and Mohammad Amir, and followed by Usman Shinwari, all bowling a new ball. 15 left-arm pacers in the league. Only 15. I'm disappointed.
I know, I thought it was 25. crickandgif.com, some ball-by-ball highlights. Go to that fabulous website. Now, does he get some shape? Oh, and again into those pads. And guess what? Oh, did it go to the gutter? It did. Another boundary, courtesy one off the hip.
Well, it appears as if Kings wants to make this game very interesting, because they bowl on the pads. Just been a very untidy, unprofessional start by them, because as the champions, as a form team, you need to be better than that. That was a good try, by the way, Khurram Manzoor with a full-length dive. But wrong line, wrong ball.
Tapped it with one hand and then tapped it onto the other hand, didn't he? And ended up popping it into the goal for an OG. A little better. Got the slip in the wider slip too. Seen Shinwari over the last couple of seasons, and he gets that angle across the lefties, mainly back across the right-handers and then tucking up left-hander batsmen. But this lefty can swing it with good shape away from right-handers. Sometimes you're going to see two slips in with the movement.
Just as you say that, Danny, slips coming out to mid-wicket. So I think he might attack the stumps here. That sort of length isn't too bad, though. Challenges the batsman that they're going to have to go on the up, hit on the rise.
Probably nick one now. Good pace, good change-up. Shinwari.
Yeah, he can surprise you with extra bit of lift. He's short-statured, but he can get the ball to bounce even on a shorter pitch. This was well adjusted by him. Ronke looking to come out of the crease and hit him straight over his head. And was shocked by that length. It went off rather rapidly.
Fine legs up inside the circle. It's deep backward squares. The man with protection there, and the other man out as third man. That's that little flick. Oh, and it just gets away with it, Luke Ronke. But it was so on. Manzoor, good effort.
Yeah, just good intensity from man there. His first thought was to take the catch. His first thought was to attack and can I get to the catch. Second, I'm going to get my body behind it and stop backing up the stress fractures. The Pepsi catch a crawl. With Luke Ronke in the mood he is, I think he's an opportunity if he's out there to get some catches flying around this arena.
Watch out for a special drive from JP Duminy. He's timed the ball beautifully. Looks to be in control. And
oh, there is a good crowd in. A lot of family in. Yeah, fans and family alike here in Sharjah for match 15. Mrs. Amir, Mohammed Amir's wife. Mrs. A, here comes her husband. And there's an outside edge. It'll race away for one.
Irfan Jr. doing a good job down there at third man. That was going really fast. You just see him here. It's sort of the type of delivery he was bowling to Duminy. That sort of line and length, but to the left-hander who's whipping it through the leg side. But with Ronke, he's getting squared up and thick edge down to third man. But can he adjust now to JP Duminy? He's persisting with square leg on the boundary and third man. But he really hasn't asked a question to get him driving through the offside yet.
Oh, when he gets away with one there, Amir over tossed. Papara gets in the way.
yeah, there doesn't seem to be a bowling chart. It's all over the shop. Deliveries, the balls on the pads. With a wobbly seam, he's tried to deceive batsmen. Maybe because he had in the last couple of oil a little.
And not quite. One bounce for four. Luke Ronke hotting up now.
The last thing you want from a bowler is to bowl various lengths when he's not feeling settled. So we haven't seen Mohammad Amir hitting 4 good balls in one area. He's been either too full, too short on the pass. This was beautifully played. What a pull shot. Ronke hits it very, very well.
It's a bit of searching ball. They'll still pinch one. Good calling from Duminy. Hustling through, rotate the strike, keep them guessing.
The HBL box. They've got a band player in there as well.
On the left there, the red, dyed his beard gold the other night. The beard that's feared. Expensive one too.
The running between the wickets is pretty special. JP Duminy is such a good judger of the ball, of the field, and he's still extremely fit.
Doesn't look any problems in this pitch, does it? Look like it's coming on the best so far. Able to play their shots and enough pace to be able to whip the ball through the leg side. But Ronke already played that really good pull shot. Let's see where he's targeting now. Very aggressive batsman. And he's whipped that one. That'll be a maximum. Don't worry about that. Ronke. What an excitement machine he is. Expensive over, and it's 32 for no loss.
And once again, it's on the hit. It's not a great line from Mohammad Amir, who is so normally so disciplined an outsider batter's off stump, whether he's right-handed or left-handed. Mohamed Amir normally is so accurate. He has disappeared here for 24 and 2. Ronke is striking at 163 now. So it's a good little start this from rollicking Ronke. And JP Duminy, a little bit more sedate, takes the pressure off JP Duminy with Ronke going at the other end. We have Shinwari for his second. His first only went for 5. It's Amir that's disappeared. JP. Another searching, asking delivery. Only a single.
Yeah, he's had an impressive debut in this HBL PSL just the other night, 34-36. Workman-like initially, and then he gets going through some lovely shots. That was a 6-over cover, magnificent strike. But so aware of the importance of singles. That's where he's so good. Not only looks after hitting the ball hard for 4s and 6s, he's quite aware of the importance of 1s and 2s.
Oh, fielding. They're leaking. Here, the Kings. What a start from those in red. And it's Amir to go with his bowling.
Oh, they're not happy in the crowd. Don't know about that line too. We've seen Ronke hit a 4 and a 6 with that type of shot. That one not as much pace, but fine leg up, it's a boundary. So Ronke 22 off 12. Seen him play some remarkable knocks over the years for Western Australia and New Zealand.
Striking at 183 now. Shinwari. Oh, those go through to the keeper with a little feather. Got away with this, Luke Ronke.
He's done a couple of funky things backing away or running down the pitch, and he's missed both of them. I don't think he needs to move around too much, Ronke. He's got enough power.
Hoga saaf Pakistan, milke lagayenge jaan. To hoga saaf Pakistan, Danny Morrison.
Bahuracha, keep it clean.
Look, keep it clean. You keep it clean when you're in Lahore.
I'll try my best. Sometimes my best is not good enough. But I promise it will be. Crowd chanting. They want this from Luke Ronke. Maximum number 2 from this incredible striker from New Zealand.
Yeah, really an incredible shot. And once again, on the pads and just flick of the wrist, and away she went. Yeah, beautifully. Clearing the front leg and beautifully playing it away over square leg. That's a massive 6.
That is a boom boom. Just shows how much power he's got. But I've just got a little suggestion for the Karachi Kings. He's quite strong on a leg stump line. Can you please keep away with it? Away from it.
Absolute goal, D. Fleming. Yeah, brought up on the whacker, isn't he? All those years of growing up in Perth, born in New Zealand, moved to Western Australia and back to play for the Black Caps. Couple of ducks he's got too in PSL, Ronke, but he's making up for it now. Can he kick on?
28 from 15 balls with a strike rate of almost 200. Taking the pressure off JP Duminy. This is for the batting unit to track down that target of 154. 111 of 91 balls with all wickets in hand. You'd want to back Islamabad United to win.
Ronke focused and set. 28 from 50. Has he? You betcha, baby. It's gone all the way for 6 more. 17 off. It's 40. 9 without loss.
down, and guess who's padded up as we look at the some.
Sabzada Farhan at 4, then Misbah Haq. Got Samit Patel as well. Smashes a few. Samit Patel is a good striker. There's a slip in place, which is good going. They need wickets. That's the only way out of this. Go Lutler strategic timeout. Ride the book. He's giving them a plan, and then a bit of wrist work from the dugout. And then few claps. Very classy, Dean Jones. The Book of Jones. There's always a selfie moment.
That one. Oh, the ones are up too. Nelson in the house. Have a bit of Lord Nelson.
There's a Book of Danny as well. The Book of Danny. He's getting a bit serious about this commentary stint or commentary career. What's wrong with you, Danny? 1 for 1.
Field here.
They would dearly want JP Dumini's scalp at this stage. Just played inside the line, just didn't cover the line at all. Maybe looking for a run through the slips. Yeah, where was your back leg? Yeah, and he's a big striker. He slogs the ball hard, but when it comes to good defensive batting, obviously, is not yet up to the scratch. Well, he's showing him the leg side field, square leg and mid wicket. Bouncer. It is a bouncer. That's left well alone. 118 for 2 after 14 overs.
Could have been even better. They lost wickets at 107, 110 and 118 did the Kings. Just halted things a little bit. But still, breaching 150 for the first time here in Sharjah in PSL 3. Something on the board for the Kings early. Now, it seems so comfortable, but you get 1, you get 2, you get 3 in T20. Can the Kings get a couple more wickets quickly here?
Mohamed Irfan Jr. has been really good tonight. 1 for 8 off 2.1. That unusual action, he gets good bounce, but he's attacked the stumps. I think he's the one bowler that hasn't been hit through the leg side as much. And important just to put pressure on the new batsman, Asif. He's 1 off 2 deliveries, another dot ball, more chance of him playing a high risk shot.
Not a good ball. That's a wonderful cover drive. It's important for the new batsman to put away the loose balls, and that really was a loose delivery from Irfan Jr.
Well, Flem, that's what happens when we talk him up. Incredible, isn't it? How often is it the case? It's a bowler being talked up or a batsman singing his praises, then he loses his poles. That, as they say on the trade, is a pie. Oh,
that's a good shot on the bounce to the fielder at square leg. He's shown a fair bit of talent, Asif. Hit the 6 in that super over. Against Kalanda, century on debut in T20 cricket, domestic T20. Has been very keen in cutting the ball, and so they bowled shot to him. Every time you see him just angling the bat into the gaps. Nothing more than that during this innings. 36 from 40. Dumini. Oh, it was a straight ball that's been flicked off the stumps.
That's why it says it's just a bit better pitch, because they've been happy to whip off across the length, haven't they? The line. Not worried about getting LBW, trusting the bounce and the pace on this pitch.
Every time he hits the ball, he's always looking to rotate the strike. At the end of the 15th, 126.
he has to do, and it really helped Kearney's innings. He only missed his final day on the left in that lovely blue shirt. He's been in our control room, directing the coverage, telling you, or painting the picture of all the cricket. One of the best directors in the business. Gavin Scavell is his name. And that's the story he tells, you see. Pumps everyone up.
Probably for the ICC World Cup qualifiers. And before Christmas, yeah. You see, there's a big song and dance about this in the HBL box.
Yeah, there is.
Normally,
Bubba has put it down, has
well, we've seen such a... And let's not forget that M1F1 was born in Wales. 134 for 2.
.153. It's a outstanding total to set up, and it's the first time we've seen 150 this week in Sharjah. But Islamabad United 134 for 2. 4 overs remaining to get these 20 runs, Wilco. So Mills, no wicket for 27. Hasn't been at his best. He's choosing around the wicket line to the right-hander. And oh, it hurts, doesn't it? You fly in, you bowl 130 odd, inside edge and 4.
Yeah, just that time of the day where it's all go. They want to finish it quickly. Nothing go Karachi way. It's just inside edge that to fine leg. No stopping that, but United are just riding this wave.
Yeah, when it runs your way, it can really run. 18 from 11, and right back at you. Don't you love the wink? Oh, it's a sky ball. Another catching opportunity. Mills wants it. And he's put it down. He called it early. He wanted it. He was hungry for it. Down it goes. Whoops.
We've been talking it up all day today, and today I think it's probably been the worst. Seen a few boundaries being leaked, a few catches, and an Englishman.
Poor technique, hands below. Look at his hands, they came down below his eye level. He lost the ball, hands above the eyes.
Well, you're going to have to go down and have a chat with him. Go and talk to Mickey, get to him. I had butter chicken for lunch. I think he got butter fingers. Butter fingers, have you heard that expression?
Yeah, I have.
Yes. Nicely played.
Oh dear, I mean, and he called for it early too, didn't he? Said, mine, mine. People were converging on it. Here it is, look at this on Spider-Cam. Where's Timal now? Oh, oopsie, oopsie.
They're up there, Wilco. They're up there.
They were, but he dropped them below his eye level when the ball came in. So he, just that foot, you lose it.
Oh, wow. Well, a foregone conclusion now. Mickey Arthur back to the drawing board, I suppose. They've won 3 from 3. Took a point the other day because of the washout. And might have missed those few days of not playing. But you lose the odd T20. Tonight's the night for the Kings.
I'll tell you what, Michael Slater. Imad Wasim is originally from Islamabad, and he leads the Islamabad team in first-class cricket. And all of Islamabad right now would be saying, what are you doing leading Karachi?
Yeah, well, that's franchise cricket, isn't it? They go everywhere. Yeah, once upon a time in Australia, you were state-oriented and you would not go interstate. Well, very rarely, very rarely. If your position was blocked, Adam Gilchrist went from New South Wales to Perth to get a keeping job. We're going to actually have a review here. I don't know why they're reviewing it. So we'll keep our conversation going. But now you've got state players roaming around. You've got the Big Bash with city teams. Way too high. Silly review.
They've reviewed this out of hope, basically, or no hope.
Well, it always looked high, but it was a half-hearted. Well, I mean, when you've got a side 140 for 2 and they need 14 from 21, you're desperate, aren't you? Ball is missing the top of off stump by some margin, and the game will carry on.
Just in case, Wilco. Just in case. Just in case. So,
stay with your decision, not out. Stay with your decision, not out.
And the game rolls on. 14 runs required for United. This has been such a better display from them. And I suppose you create momentum at the right time in these tournaments. They weren't the most solid-looking unit at the start, but little by little they're getting into it. And isn't it amazing? They win that super over the other night in a cliffhanger. They can move forward with that in a positive way and learn how to win. And Lahore just haven't got that feeling of winning, and that becomes a habit.
Don't talk about Lahore, please don't.
And that's the match, really, that Lahore should have won. But
no doubt about it.
Well, we've got a rest day tomorrow, but then the next day coming up, it's Zalmi versus Sultans. And that ball ran out of steam, just like Karachi.
That's just the earlier conversation. Azhar Mahmood coaching Karachi Kings was the first player from Islamabad to play for Pakistan. He went on to play quite a lot. And then we had another player, Rao Iftikhar, and then not Gavin Scovell, he never played for Pakistan, but then we had Imad Wasim. And now both of them, Azhar Mahmood and Imad Wasim, in Karachi.
Couple of slow balls there. He's got to bowl the extra one because of the previous wide. There's been a couple of drops, Wilco.
Yeah, it's because the bar has been set so high. And when you see a drop catch, that should have been taken by Babar Azam, and Timal Mills will be tossing and turning in bed tonight.
Sometimes a performance like this isn't so bad. They didn't bat badly, did they? There were moments in their innings. Yeah, that helps, doesn't it? That's at 150, so close now. That's the end of the over, 3 to go. 150 for 2, they need 4. Just a roll. JP Dulmani's played the Sangakkara innings, 43 from 44. Fantastic stability. So 4 runs required. Do we go downtown? No, we go downtown, no. There is an attempt. An attempt to hit it out of Sharjah. Oh, how's he feeling, coach? Suit Jones, how's he feeling right now?
Well, I think he feels suited and booted, because he's done the job, and the book, it's all in the book.
Whoa, did you hear that off the bat? Straight out of the middle. And that will do it as it bounces down the road of Sharjah. That is a mighty, mighty run chase, the best we've seen so far in the PSL.
Yeah, we're going to Dubai after this. The ball already has reached Dubai. But Asif Ali finishing it with a bang. Islamabad United, they've got the momentum. Their team to be reckoned with. Easy victory.
Well, that's a happy dugout right there, the Islamabad United. Quite right, Slats. What a chase that has been. Luke Ronchi got the momentum going. And Stephen Finn, who didn't play in tonight's match, but it's all about the squad and who plays and who doesn't. But Ronchi was magnificent tonight, and he got Islamabad off to such a start. And with so many balls to spare, 2.4 overs to spare, and they've chased down 153, and they finished 156 for 2.
Yeah, I think we've seen some of the better batting tonight, haven't we, in the PSL? Both sides, the way Karachi Kings finished, I thought they were able to get that innings flowing towards the end and got themselves with a very competitive total. But I think they can look at their bowling. The way they started with the ball, those left-armers on the pads, and allowed Ronchi to get going and JP Duminy, is the reason why this run chase took flight early and they were able to keep going. I don't think their bowling, we saw the reverse today. The bowling's been good. Tonight it wasn't so good and the batting was up to it.
Well, that really just opens it all up, doesn't it? And Karachi Kings have lost their unbeaten record. One or two reputations have taken a few dents tonight. Islamabad take the points, which will help them, of course, in the HBL PSL table. Karachi have not been able to pull away from Multan Sultans, and this is the card. A magnificent 71 from 37 from Luke Ronchi. JP Duminy, a measured 43 from 44. Hussein Talat only got 8, but Asif Ali looking strong, 26 from 16. 8 extras, 17.2 overs, 156 for 2.
The bowling wasn't very good, Irfan Jr. with that one wicket, but they missed Shahid Afridi and they missed a spinner in all of that. 156 for 2.
So that is the summary, 153 for 6. We thought it'd be hard to chase down, but in the end, Islamabad United on the back of Ronchi, 71 from 37. They get there and win by 8 wickets. And outside we go. Here is Ramiz Raja.
Yeah, I've got JP Duminy here with me. JP, slow and steady wins the race. You prove it tonight.
Yeah, indeed. Look, I was allowed to play with the way Luke Ronchi played. What an unbelievable innings. From ball one, he sort of hit it in the middle and took the game away from him.
You like opening in T20?
Yeah, it's always nice to get in early. You get the opportunity to play in the power play, and obviously more opportunities to score boundaries. But again, you know, in this format, it's still about partnerships, and you know that 100-run partnership in the beginning sort of set the game up for us.
Talk us a bit about the pitch. Do you think it was a little easier today to bat on, or a little different from other games?
Yeah, definitely. There wasn't a lot of turn out there. The ball sort of skidded through a bit more sort of towards our innings, so it actually played better, I thought, in the second innings, which obviously benefited us in the end.
What about running between the wickets? You're very big and keen on rotation of strike, obviously.
Yeah, it's important, especially if you have a right and left-handed combination. It just messes the bowler up a little bit. The way we did it, especially in today's innings, was definitely something to take forward in this competition.
This is a big achievement, beating the Kings. They're sort of running in hot form, and so toppling them must feel very, very pleased.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the manner in which we did it will take a lot of confidence out of it. A couple of days off now, and obviously prepare again for Thursday's game.
All right, all the best, and well played today. Lovely knock.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
JP Duminy played his part, and the winning runs a marvellous smack for 6 from Asif Ali, who finishes 26 not out from 16. An emphatic finish as Imad Wasim can only watch it go over the stand, and boom, says coach Suit Jones. Well done, Dean Jones and Waqar Younis and Misbah ul Haq. They've given Karachi a nasty pill to swallow tonight. Smiles for Asif Ali and Luke Ronchi and JP Duminy. It's been a tremendous fight. This is by Islamabad. They're on 6 points. Their net run rate is down, which keeps them behind Peshawar Zalmi, but they've got the 6 points, and they're only a point behind Multan Sultans and the Karachi Kings. So that really keeps it an even contest. The top 4 teams to qualify. It's a rest day tomorrow on Monday, but on the 6th, on Tuesday rather, we resume the HBL PSL in Dubai, and it's Zalmi against Sultans. This is a huge match, considering where they are in the table. That'll be 7:30, 8:30 in Pakistan. We'll take a break and be back. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks very much, Hemant. And Brad, you beauties. We'll be back shortly for the post-match presentation.
And that was a pretty convincing performance over there by Islamabad United, winning the match by 8 wickets. Karachi Kings, Khurram Manzoor making a 50 in 41 balls. Fahim Ashraf taking 3 wickets for Islamabad United. And then it was the Luke Ronchi show making a 71 in 37 balls. Islamabad United winning in the end by 8 wickets. Well, it seems if Islamabad United is slowly creeping up the table with their back-to-back consecutive wins. And Multan Sultans right at the top. Karachi Kings have come to the number 2 spot after losing the match today. The top 4 teams, just a reminder, will be qualifying for the playoffs. Well, it was a very impressive performance by Islamabad United. The way they went about that chase, especially Luke Ronchi, we were looking for that kind of performance by him. Kudos to the way they've played today, but we're ready for the presentation ceremony. So let's go down to Ramesh Raja.
Yeah, very good match today, and it was United who chased down that target with a lot of intelligence and with a lot of flair. So Kings toppled tonight, but they're clearly not out of the race. They're still the hot favorite side for this year's HBL PSL. Now to the presentation party. We've got Dr. Sohail Salim, member HBL PSL Technical Committee and Head of Sports Science PCB, Mr. Syed Nafis, Country Manager HBL UAE, and Mr. Khaja Atif Riaz Sikka is Director Brighto Paints. Right, there's the first award for playing the most colorful innings of the match. Cash award of $2,500 goes to JP Dumini, to be presented by Mr. Khaja Atif Riaz Sikka. Uber fan of the match will get a signed ball from the Man of the Match award winner. Luke Ronchi, for his blistering innings, is today's Man of the Match award winner. Sign the match ball first. And then Dr. Sohail Salim to please give the HBL PSL Man of the Match trophy to Luke Ronchi. Trophy, and Mr. Syed Nafis to please present the check of $4,500. All right, thank you very much. Luke, can we have a few words on that mark, please? We know that your strike rate has been phenomenal over a period of time. What was great to see was on this pitch where the batsmen have generally struggled, you made batting look so easy.
Oh, I haven't done that in the last few innings, so it was nice to get some in the middle and help the team sort of get a win, and a much needed win against a good side.
I mean, do you play for strike rate, or you look at the ball, don't worry about anything else? I mean, if there is that ball to hit, you go for it.
I try to keep it pretty simple and sort of just react to whatever's coming. Sometimes you get a bit worked up and try a few things and think something else might be coming, but I try to keep it as simple as possible. And if it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, you sometimes get disappointed, but just try and keep a pretty simple, clear plan and just a simple mind frame, I guess.
I mean, what would you preach to a guy who's struggling in T20 form, how to get it back? Because you had a couple of ducks in 4 innings and then suddenly got it back.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's T20 cricket, and it's going to happen. You're going to, especially with, I guess, the way I sort of play as well, I'm going to get out for low scores. So you literally have to go in with that clear mind frame and just be positive and back yourself, and hopefully you get some balls you can hit from the bowls and things like that. So it's just trying to be as clear and as positive as possible.
Fantastic win, well played, lovely knock.
Thank you very much.
Luke Ronchi, the Man of the Match award winner. Now to Imad Wasim, may I invite Imad to please come forward. Imad, for a change in a strange place as a losing captain, but you win some, you lose some. What was difficult today to achieve?
I think we were, the score, we were 20 runs short, and Luke Ronchi playing outstanding inning. I think you should give credit to the batsman who comes out there, scores 70 of 30, so you should take credit.
I mean, this race is now getting a bit serious to the top. Obviously, there are teams that will come and challenge you. Are you ready for that challenge?
Yes, pretty much. I think today you take the lose on your chin and just move on and focus the next games. But the thing is, we have to play hard cricket. I think we are below par.
Yeah. What about the bowling, though? I mean, too many balls on the leg side, on the pads. Is that something you want to correct for the next match?
Yes, too many balls on the pads, but it doesn't matter. Al backman bowlers, they've been performing really well. They're world-class bowlers, so one day somebody can come out here and attack. It's fine.
So you have to shift gear now back to Dubai for the next segment of this HBL PSL. Will Shahid Afridi be available, and what do you think of Dubai as a center compared to Sharjah?
Both are fantastic grounds to play, but yeah, Shahid Bhai will be back, and we have to see the combination. It's a very good combination. Unfortunately, we were not ready for that, but next game we'll come back.
Fantastic, yeah. All the best for the next match then.
Thank you.
Imad Wasim, the Kings captain. And now to Misbah-ul Haq, the winning captain. Misbah, let's get a smile out of you first.
Yeah, I think it was a wonderful performance. We were missing that in the previous games, and clinical, done well with the ball, and then the way our top order just played Ronki and Domini, that was outstanding, and good finish at the end by Asif. So that what we were missing in our batting line. I was struggling at the top. Today, I think we got a lot of confidence back.
This opening combination looks extremely good because you've got Ronki on one end who hits the ball a mile, and you've got JP Dumini who's very busy between the wickets and all. I mean, would you want JP Dumini to continue this role as an opener in this tournament?
Yeah, I think that was the idea behind it, especially we know that Ahmad going to bowl new ball and could be a threat as a very good bowler with the new ball. So we have to change this. We have to put left-hander at the top. And I think that worked, and especially that gave us a chance that from one side, such an experienced player was playing and just played an anchor role throughout the inning. And from other side, you have the license to just go there and play aggressively.
This win must give you a bit of a lift and a confidence because you've beaten Karachi Kings, who were heading the table. Obviously, it's a mood lifter, it's a performance lifter.
Yeah, that's a big win because from the last game, we got a lot of confidence back, especially against Lahore. That kind of game gives you a lot. And after that, still, you think, okay, we are going to play the top side, which is at the top of the table. So let's see how you perform. And once you just won against these sort of sides who are performing very well in the tournament, then obviously you are in the tournament after that.
Well played today, Misbah. Very well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, the winning captain then, Misbah-ul Haq, and that ends the presentation ceremony from down here from the ground area.